Hello everybody and welcome back to the Football Overseas YouTube channel. And this coming week, or for the next week or so, it's the domestic cup competitions that take centre stage in England. And this week, this midweek, we focus on the Carabao Cup semi-finals, second legs. And it seems it was a long time ago, it was a month ago, I believe. The first legs took place just after the new year. So here we are now, just sort of trying to blow the dust off our memory banks and remember what went on. I'm sure the fans of the four teams are fully clued up on what went on. But just to recap then where we are, on Wednesday night we have the first match, which is Newcastle against Arsenal. And of course, Newcastle holding a healthy 2-0 lead with an excellent performance in the first leg down at the Emirates. However, is it a foregone conclusion? I don't think so, to be honest. I think since that match, had the match been played immediately the week after, or in close proximity of the first match, yes, I think Newcastle probably would have comfortably have gone through. Possibly, they were in the middle of a purple patch at that point. If you remember, I think the Arsenal first leg was one of the sort of 6 or 7 winning streak that they were having at the time. They were really having their best spell of the season and was lifting them up the league, and they were scoring plenty of goals and winning games, obviously. However, I think that the gap between the two matches suits Arsenal more so than Newcastle. In that time, we've had Newcastle not tailing off by any means, but just having a couple of home wobbles of late. A couple of weekends ago, Bournemouth dismantled them and beat them by 4-1. And the weekend just gone, even though Newcastle took the lead, Fulham came out of the second half and got the result and managed to win by 2-1. So Newcastle will have that in the back of their minds, I'm sure. However, they will be backed by a vociferous and passionate fan base, as we know. Full house up there on Wednesday evening. Arsenal will have to combat that. But I think they've just, with the 5-1 win at the weekend over Manchester City fresh in their minds, does the club, even if it's a change of personnel in the team, which it probably will be in a few spots maybe, there's still that confidence that goes through the club from a result like that. So Arsenal will be thinking, hang on a minute, Newcastle have lost their last couple. If we can get that first goal, and that's where my prediction comes into its own here. I think whoever gets the first goal will go through the tie. Okay, if the first goal is in the 85th minute or something by Arsenal, then it probably doesn't mean that much. But if Arsenal can get that first goal with a decent amount of time still to go, the nerves will jangle. The fans will, that nervousness from the seating and then terraces, it's not terraces these days, but from the stands, will emanate down onto the pitch. And it will just create that little nervous 2-0 scorelines whenever, even in a match in isolation. No, you don't know whether to stick or twist. Do you go forward to try and get the third? Do you stick with what you've got? And if you do concede one, the nerves jangle even in a standard 90-minute single match, don't they? So the same will apply here, although Newcastle have got that 90-minute period to manoeuvre around. But if they concede one, especially if they concede one in the first half, and they concede it first, I can see Arsenal putting them under a bit of pressure and playing on those home wobbles that Newcastle have had in recent weeks. That said, I think Newcastle will probably have enough but my sort of prediction will be the first goal will take the match. Because if Newcastle get the first goal and go 3 goals up, then they can sit back, not relax and take their foot off the pedal, but they can manage the game with less nerves and less sort of concern than they might have. The other thing as well, Arsenal can go full pelt, as Newcastle can, but I'm sure they will. But Arsenal can certainly go full pelt at this because they've got no game at the weekend because they are already at the FA Cup to Manchester United, as we all recall. And they've got no European now for a while because they've qualified in the top 8 of the league competition, so the league stage. So they've got they can put their feet up after this for a while, and so they can really give this their best shot. I'm sure they will. I'm sure it'll be a great game. It'll certainly be a fabulous atmosphere. And I think really looking forward to it. And as I say, my prediction is Newcastle just to squeak it, to game manage it and get through. But if Arsenal score first, I take Arsenal to go through the tie. We shall see if any of that comes true. And good luck to both teams. And I know Newcastle are desperate to get back to Wembley and give it and put their skills on parade once again and get that trophy that they've been longing for so many years. Okay, that's Wednesday night. Thursday night, perhaps it's a little bit more cut and dried, even though the scoreline is currently closer. What I will say is, though, Tottenham going up to Liverpool, Tottenham have just had a couple of decent results in the past week or so. They were having a really torrid time. Probably their win over Liverpool a month ago was one of their better results, certainly of the season, if not in recent times for sure. They've gone a little bit downhill since then, haven't they? With a lot of defeats, a lot of injuries, all sorts of things to contend with. But last couple of results, a 3-0 win in Europe in midweek and a 2-0 win at Brentford at the weekend. And not many teams have gone to Brentford and dismantled them at home. So fair hats off to Tottenham for doing that. And a local sort of London derby atmosphere as well. So they're going to Liverpool with a bit more confidence they might have done a couple of weeks ago. Liverpool are certainly sort of rolling over most teams on their own patch. And I think there may be one or two changes. But I think all four sides left in it anyway, certainly given they're mostly their best side out on up to now. This is why they're in the semi-finals, I'm sure. So I think Liverpool will overturn the 1-goal deficit. Tottenham, again, going back to my scoring first analogy, Tottenham probably need to get that first goal if they can and have a 2-0 cushion to try and game manage. Even then it would be difficult. Liverpool will absolutely go for it, won't they? With again a full house and a passionate fan base behind them on the night. So, given my little, if I came on here and just said, Newcastle and Liverpool to go through, it'd be rather tedious. It had to have a bit of a flavour to it. I think Newcastle will just do it, and I think Liverpool will have enough in the bank. But don't forget the Arsenal. If they score that first goal, it's Arsenal for me. But I think Liverpool will overcome Tottenham. Probably by something like 3-1. So we shall see. There we go. So it's for the right to play in the final, which is at Wembley, of course, on the 16th of March. So another bit of a wait before they play the final. So there we go. It's Cup week, and couldn't have two better games to start that off. So I hope you enjoy both matches. If your teams are involved, may the best team win, and we'll see the two sides that get through at Wembley on the 16th of March. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave comments on your own thoughts if you wish to on the matches and who you think will take their final places. And that's it. I'll see you again very soon. Thanks for watching.